Hello everyone, I'm Grace Parr, the social media coordinator on the short film Avernus, and we're back with another episode of our Zoom chats. But today I'm joined with Simon Ross, our director, and we're going to have a bit of a chat. So, hi Simon.
Hi Grace.
So, what was it about the script that made you want to direct it?
So I think the main thing is that it's kind of a straight genre piece. It's a thriller. I love thrillers, and I thought it'd be really cool to do something that was kind of a straight genre. My last short was kind of a mix of dark comedy, horror, thriller, and whereas this is kind of much more straight down the line. I think the other thing is it's all takes place over one period of time. There are no breaks, there are no jump forwards, and there are a lot of scenes within the film, within that sort of 10 minutes. So that's quite a challenge to kind of move through those scenes without any breaks, and keep it all moving as one. So it's a really sort of fun challenge. It's a good opportunity to do some sort of interesting things with pace. Other than that, I think it's just a really good story. I think it's a really fun story. It's about a guy whose sort of life is falling apart in a very short period of time, and I think that's that's the kind of thing that I would want to watch, and hopefully a really fun watch.
Yeah, of course. I think you've kind of touched on it in that last one, but how did you manage to build tension in such a short space of time? Like, it must be challenging for a thriller.
I think probably using quite a lot of the conventional sort of thriller form. We've got a big score at the beginning and sort of big shots of the huge Gothic exterior of Richmond Golf Club, and other than that, obviously the performance, because Jack, played by Jamie Bamber, is sort of immediately on edge, immediately anxious, and so I think that it's quite easy for the audience to get on board with that. And other than that, just really sort of, again, kind of coming back to watching him as he does go through these various gears quite quickly, I think is probably what escalates the tension fast in Avernus.
I think as well, can we just speak a bit about your cinematic approach to the film? Because you had a very specific way that you filmed it, which I think is really interesting to talk about.
So I think that when I first read the script, because it takes place just in one constant piece of time, I was kind of thinking, maybe we could do it in one shot, and other stupid ideas like that. And just things, I'd say stupid ideas, things that weren't going to be feasible for Avernus, and probably really gimmicky to do. But I think at the heart of the film is being on a journey with Jack, with that character, and I think that is reflected in the camera work. So we're on his shoulder a lot, and when we have reverses onto him, we kind of keep it in the same plane often. So we're always existing within Jack's world, with the exception of some very specific parts of the film where we sort of move outside that to be able to look in and see the hopefully quite chaotic place that Jack has got himself into. I think that was the sort of the main driving thing behind the camera approach, was just to try and really inhabit Jack as best we can. And James Rhodes, the DP, is an unbelievable handheld operator, and I think he, did an incredible job actually.
So we mentioned this a little bit earlier, but so we've got solid performances within the whole of Avernus from the likes of Jamie Bamber, David Yelland, Kerry Norton. But I understand before you filmed, there was no rehearsal. How did this work? How did you manage it?
I think because it's a short film, there's not a huge amount of ground to cover in terms of speaking to the actors. I think the main thing really was just to keep it really simple, in terms of I don't think there's anything in the script that was particularly ambiguous for where the actors should be. And so I think it was quite quite easy for them to follow the arc of the story through. And the main thing is because Jamie Bamber, who plays Jack, we had a couple of things that we sort of worked on that were the general motivators, but really quite simple. And just because Jamie was so on point and really sort of pitched his performance so well, I think that the other actors, it made it a lot easier for them to play off him.
Yeah, it seems like the cast and crew are all very gelled very well together, and that obviously makes the process easier, probably.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, Kerry, who plays Beth, is Jamie's wife, so they know each other. But all of the cast sort of know each other, and so there was a really nice atmosphere. I think everyone was quite relaxed, and as I say, I think it was just the fact that the story is so focused on Jack that. And because it does just move through this continual plane of time, that I think it did make it a lot easier for all of the other actors to be kind of informed by Jack and just respond to him.
So obviously the filming was done in January, then coronavirus happened, but you had to complete some of the post-production in lockdown. Were there any difficulties with this?
I mean, I think the thing is, it just takes longer. Everything takes longer because you can't be there sitting next to the sound engineer or sitting next to the composer. The everything has to be done through notes. So wait just a little bit more, you kind of end up writing an email, go, actually just a little bit less. Actually, let's just put it back where it was in the start. So all of those things that could take 30 seconds end up taking 3 emails. So it can be, I think it's a bit of a frustrating process for the technicians because they keep on getting notes about stuff that they think they've already covered. But we had a great post-production team on this with Lip Sync doing all of the sound and picture work, and Alex Wells, who wrote what I think is a really, really great composition. Everyone worked really well under the conditions. It just probably took a little bit longer than otherwise would have done.
So, if I'm right, your last short film, Dead Cool, won a number of awards around the world. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
So Dead Cool was a sort of horror thriller, black comedy mashup, and had a really good run on the festival circuit. We won the British Horror Festival and one of the big horror festivals in the States called Nightmares, and various people. The main actor, superb actor called Rob Whitcomb, picked up some awards for his really dark portrayal of Morris. But it was a sort of film that divided audiences quite a lot, and I think the main thing that I was really proud of is that we had our own special audience warning at the Portland Horror Festival, which I don't think that can be said of many horror films.
Proud director moment there then.
I was very proud of that, yeah.
So, last thing, is there any hints on when we'll be seeing the trailer?
Next week.
Heard it here first, exclusive, next week. Gonna hold you to that.
Cool.
So, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. If you haven't already, please do follow and like our social media pages at Avernus Film here on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we'll be back soon with another episode of our Zoom chats. So, thank you very much, Simon.
Thanks, Grace. Thanks, everyone.